Chapter 21. "Mind your helm there, Mr. Seward," Favian said. "The wind is going to be squirrely coming through that slot on the mountain." "Aye, aye, sir." The bright Caribbean sun shone down through flat, low clouds onto the British West Indian island of Montserrat, lying, its green tropical vegetation slightly blued by distance, dead ahead of the frigate at a distance of perhaps 2 miles. The town and fort of Plymouth, the Union flag flying conspicuously from several flagpoles, lay beneath the low bifurcated volcanic peak of Soufriere, looming above the gloomy black sand beaches. 2 coasting schooners, Macedonian's immediate prey, lay between the fort and the frigate. Favian, standing just aft of the mainmast, considered the position of the 3 vessels and the island with a careful eye. It was an interesting tactical problem. Overhead from the main peak flew a white pendant with a red St. George's cross, the standard British commission pendant. The Union Jack flew from the jackstaff forward, and at the gaff peak flew the red ensign, the flag that would have been flown by any of the ships commanded by Rear Admiral of the Red George Cockburn, K.C.B., the British admiral who had led most of the successful raids in the Chesapeake earlier that year, and who had provided naval support for the army under General Ross that had taken and burned Washington. Favian hoped that any lookouts in the fort would believe Macedonian to be a British vessel from the Chesapeake, perhaps come with dispatches. It was not an unreasonable hope. Macedonian was British-built, and the hull, from the gilded figurehead of Alexander the Great to the curved row of stern windows, was clearly of British construction. A week before, Favian had sent men dangling over the side to alter the standard American pattern of a black hull with a white stripe over the gun ports to the Nelson checker, the pattern favored by the British since Trafalgar, a black hull with a yellow ochre stripe. As far as the hull was concerned, Macedonian seemed unmistakably British, but the part of the frigate most visible to anyone in the fort, the masts and sails, would have looked decidedly odd. Macedonian had lost her original masts in the battle.